Union General Gordon Granger was given command of the District of Texas on June 10, 1865, at the end of the Civil War. He noticed that the people of Texas were still supporting slavery despite President Abraham Lincoln issuing the Emancipation Proclamation back on January 1st of 1863. The Confederate government of Texas was aware of the Proclamation 95, but chose to ignore it. The first thing, while stationed in the city of Galveston, was issue General Order Number 3 on June 19, 1865 AD, which enforced the Emancipation Proclamation. The General Order read, "The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with the proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and the rights of property between former masters and slaves. The connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between the employer and hired labor. The freedmen are advised to remain quietly at their present homes and work for wages. They are informed that they will not be allowed to collect at military posts and that they will not be supported in idleness either there or elsewhere." The order was not read aloud by the Union Army, but the order was posted around Galveston, and it was made clear to the slave owners that they were here to enforce it. The order was also published in newspapers. The first was the Galveston Tri-Weekly News the very next day. The order caused massive celebrations around the town by the former slaves who heard the news. General Granger also declared that the laws that were passed by the Confederate government were null and void. All Confederate soldiers were released on parole. He advised the newly freed slaves to remain on their plantations and sign labor agreements with their former masters until the Federal Bureau of Refugees, Freedmen, and Abandoned Lands office could be established in the city limits, which would help them transition from slaves into civilians. Slavery in the United States ended when the 13th Amendment was passed by the United States Congress on January 31st, 1865, and was signed the very next day by President Abraham Lincoln and was ratified by 27 of the 36 states on December 19, 1865. A year later, the date was celebrated in an event known as Jubilee Day, and over the years would later be known as Emancipation Day and eventually as Juneteenth. On June 17, 2021, President of the United States, Joe Biden, would officially sign the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act into law, making Juneteenth a federal holiday.